Three. What's going on? Where it's another episode of the show about another podcast. I'm your host, JunesEightyEIght, and the homie Izzyphantasmo. We out here with the hockey jerseys on today. He got on the not the
Seattle Kraken game is on tonight, baby. We moving on.
I don't know, man. I mean,
we moving on against Dallas Stars.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see. Like I said, Arlington brought a championship home, so.
Bruh, let's go ahead and open up with that. Arlington Renegades are the 2023 XFL champions with a 4-6 record. How did that happen?
People been saying that all week. I mean, for the past few days. But I'm sitting back like this. I told you in the beginning that the way DC was playing, I said, don't let them get to the big dance and blow it.
You did say that. You did say that. Because we talked about it. We compared it to when the Eagles were going on the undefeated run, and I asked you when the Eagles were playing, I was like, would you have rather gone undefeated all the way, or would you have rather taken that L early on? And you said I would have rather have had the L early on and then go on the run that we did. And then DC dominates all the way to the chip. Arlington comes in 4-6. And then
Arlington, what's his last name? Perez?
Luis Perez was playing when Vegas got traded halfway into the season, came in, and then all of a sudden, he's an XFL MVP.
And here's the thing. DC was mobbing. They lost one game and they continued to mob. The way this game started off, Arlington, they never let up. The score, they stayed ahead the whole game. They stayed ahead. DC never had a chance. They never had a chance in the game. He has Zaxby's. What you get? You got sweet tea in there? What you got, Dr. Pepper?
Sweet tea in here.
My man. We're going to talk about some sweet tea real quick. But Arlington, I didn't see that. I was shocked. I was like, yeah, they going to, when the second quarter came, when the second half, like, they going to blow this. They going to blow. I'm like, they don't blow it. They're like, I'm kind of like how AJ Brown was. He said, yo, I knew once they scored, it was pretty much up. When he said when KC scored, like, yo, this is probably it. We probably, like, the doubt was in his mind, like, yo, this may not end well for us. That's how I was. Like, this may not. We doing too good right now. But
so you felt what the Dallas Cowboys fans feel every time they in a big game.
No, absolutely not. I was more concerned like DC gonna wake up. I was more concerned DC gonna wake up. They gonna become the team. They gonna turn to the team they've been being all season.
Right.
They're gonna be that team. They gonna show up, but they never did. They tried, but toward the end, all those interceptions, like I think dude had like 3 interceptions.
Really?
I think he had like, I think if you look it up, I think he had like 2 at the end, he had like 1 at the end. I know they scored and they went for it on a 4th down. Because in the XFL, you could go for it on 4th, but they
of course. Like the way they have it set up.
They put you at the 5, right? Or the 15?
No. So the way that they go about it is if you, let's say you go for it on 4th down, right? No, if you score, right, and you go on, if you score and it's late in the game, you have 2 options. You can either kick the onside kick like normal, or you can go for it on 4th and 15 and convert. But if you convert it and you stay in bounds, the clock is going. There's no stoppage. The clock is going to roll continually. Unless you convert and you get out of bounds, that's the only way you're stopping the clock.
Okay, so that part. So that happens. Drop back, interception. And another, I don't know if y'all saw that interception, that bobble interception old buddy had. He bobbled. He was like, and just
the game it was the game ending one, right?
No. That was the one before that.
Really?
Arlington showed I was like, if people, oh, how 4-16 go to the championship game? Man, they need to change the rules. Like, bro, it's only 8 teams. What kind of?
Exactly. Remember what I talked about earlier about having the 10 teams or whatever?
Yep.
But anyways, so check this out. This is the stat line for the Arlington versus DC XFL championship game.
Talk to
Right.
me.
Luis Perez, your XFL championship MVP, 26-36, 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
He had one. No, that fumble wasn't on him, though. But yeah, go ahead.
Jordan Teamu, 16 of 30, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And the thing is, with Jordan Teamu, he's played phenomenally this entire season. He's played phenomenally this entire season. The fact that he had a game like this happen to him, this game, is mind-boggling.
I mean, I guess one of the things where you fold under pressure. Like, it ain't Super Bowl pressure, but it's a championship game pressure. Like, I guess I look at it like, if you ain't never been in a situation like that, the pressure's on.
Right.
It's like
the nerves start kicking in and all that. Yeah.
It's kind of like you can be calm. Okay, let's talk Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowl, whatever, we had 6, 7, whatever. Right. But he's so calm in high
stress situations.
The pressure or most quarterbacks would fumble, kind of like Jalen Hurts, where that should have been the end of the Eagles after that fumble.
The fumble for the touchdown?
Yeah, after that should have been it. That should have been the death of us right there. That should have been it. But he was so calm. Like, all right, I'm a product of Nick Saban. I know what to do. March down the field, got the touchdown, and got us back in the game. Right. The turf was bad, but we're not going to talk about it. Take it as it go. But
for y'all, the turf was bad. For us, it was a ghost call.
And when you're so relaxed under, like, it's like, I think a team is only as calm as this quarterback. Because the quarterback panic and don't know what to do, the team gonna be like, all right, somebody got to be calm. And I don't think
someone's got to be the cool head in the entire situation.
And it starts with the quarterback.
Right.
And I think, it's just my opinion, I don't think, what's his name again?
Who?
The quarterback.
Jordan
Teamu? Jordan Teamu. How you say last name?
Teamu.
Teamu. I don't think he was calm. I think he panicked somewhere because he threw three interceptions. He panicked somewhere in the middle.
Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and say this. One performance in the playoffs that I can fall back onto was actually this year's playoffs. Jacksonville versus the Chargers.
Right.
Where Trevor Lawrence threw for 4 interceptions in the first half.
Right.
Got that late touchdown to end the half. And then all of a sudden he turns it on. And Jacksonville turns it on. Their defense turns it on.
Right.
So it's like he was able to stay calm under pressure. And they were able to pull off the 3rd largest comeback in playoff wild card playoff history.
That would have been a crazy comeback. Man, look, to see Jacksonville go trying to get to the big game, that would have been wild.
Bruh, like, don't get me twisted. When I'm watching that game with my dad and we gonna pivot, we gonna pivot. We gonna pivot once I talk about this one. But when I'm watching this game with my dad, right? He's the Jacksonville fan. I'm supporting him. We watching this game. I watched the game where they played the Titans to get into the playoffs. I watched the game where they played the Chargers. And I saw Trevor throw those 4 interceptions. My dad was about ready to give up on the team. And I'm like, let's keep watching. Let's just watch. Because I don't know. Just something in me, I felt like that. The feeling that I had watching that game was like when I watched Minnesota versus New Orleans a few years ago, the Miracle in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So my dad's watching the Minnesota Miracle. We're watching that game, and it's like 10 seconds left. You got freaking Case Keenum at the 35, 40-yard line on their side. Stephon Diggs on the team. My dad's like, oh, this game is over. That's it. They're done. This game is over. And I'm like, I don't know, Dad. Like, I've seen some crazy things. Like, nah, this game is over. They're done. I'm like, nah, dude, you don't understand. This game is not done yet. They're not done yet. 10 seconds left. You play to the final whistle. It's not done yet. Let's see. So sure enough, see Case Keenum get the ball. He's in the pocket. He moves. See Stephon running that fade route. Airs it out. You see Stephon guarded, closely guarded, and then you see the safety start closing in. And at first, like, you just see it's like a blur. You know, you see the collision. Stephon catches it, runs it in, touchdown, game over. Oh my gosh, they did it. And I watched the film the next day. Like, we were doing they were going over the game, right? I'm at work and I saw the playback and we're watching it. Everybody in the break room, and I'm like, oh, he got there early.
Right.
He got there way too early. That's what happened. Because everybody's like, yo, why did he crash into him? Why did he take his man out? I was like, I don't think he meant that. I think he meant to take out Stephon, but he got there early. That's what happened. He tried to pump the brakes and he ran into his boy on accident. So going back on that game and then taking it to the Jacksonville game, I'm watching the game with my dad and I'm like, let's see what this game is about. Like, if LA scores one more touchdown, then yeah, we can go ahead and call it. But Jacksonville scores that first touchdown going into halftime, and I'm like, okay, they're not going to get shut out. They got something. And it was just that one touchdown was all they needed, and you could feel the momentum shifting. You could see it.
Man, look, who did Jacksonville play that game? Who were they playing?
The Chargers.
Look, I wasn't even watching that game. One, I'm not a Charger or just like, all right, whatever.
Where I live at, that's what we got. We got the Falcons and the Chargers, but we live like literally an hour and a half away from Jacksonville. So 9 times out of 10, we're getting Jacksonville's games.
So it's like, I didn't really care too much about that game. Personally, I'm like, yo, when they said, oh, he had threw a 4, I'm like, this game it's done. It's over with. This. I'm like, I'm like, this over. Like, what? Then like they start coming back. That's when I turned to the game. Like, whoa, they coming back? I'm like, who throws 4 interceptions and come back and win a game? Like, I don't even think Brady ever done something like that.
Nah, I don't think Brady's ever done that before.
Like,
Brady never done that before.
I mean, that was a crazy stat line. But
it was.
But I put it this way: how you been though, man? What's been cracking with you? How was the week? What's cracking with you? What's going on with you?
What's cracking?
No pun intended.
Your boy got into a bit of a situation.
Situation. Is it a situation I think you're talking about?
Not that.
Okay.
On my way to work, got love tapped.
Oh, you got a love tap. Fender bender.
Yeah, everything's groovy on my side though. It's all good on the it's all good on the hood.
On your end, or something? Did you get bender, or did somebody bender on you?
It was going. I was on the way to work when it happened.
So somebody tapped you.
Someone tapped me.
Would have been like, my arm, sir. That's your leg, sir.
Funny story about that. Funny story. I actually tried that.
I was just joking, y'all. I was just joking. Why would you do that?
Okay, okay. Okay, let me explain.
Please do.
So, what happens is the person that tapped me is a vet, right? So we were just talking or whatever. We exchanged the information, and where I work at, I had to call it in, not only to my job, but I had to get an actual police statement so that I could file a report with my job as well as my insurance and yada, yada, yada. Right. So we're with the cop, we're talking, and we're about ready to go on our way. I've already called in saying, hey, I'm gonna be late. I got into this, yada yada. So I'm talking with the cop and whatever. And he asks us for information. He gives us the information, talks to us left and right. And he's like, so is everybody good? Like nobody's hurt? No. He gets out. We start talking to him. He asks us for information. He's like, just to make sure, like everybody's okay, like nobody's hurt, everybody's good. And I'm like, yeah, we're good. Like, well, trust me, we're fine. You know what I'm saying? And then I joke around and be like, dang. I'm like, dang, my spleen. And then the nurse, she's like, actually, your spleen's right here in the front. And I was like, dang it. He cracked up too. He cracked up. I was like, dang it, got me.
God dang, heck no.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, hey, look, it was cool. Like, everybody was nice. Everybody was nice. The lady was nice. And, they were all very understanding of the situation. She checked up on me first when I got knocked, and she took ownership of the situation and whatever. So I really do commend her for that. Other than that, though, everything's been good and whatnot. I am mad at my San Diego Padres right now. I am no longer, they are in timeout with me. I'm not going to be following them, or I'm not going to celebrate them for right now because they are being a bunch of douches. They're being a bunch of dimwits. They're being a bunch of like losers.
Right.
Yes, they're not playing great baseball. They're being mediocre in life, and I don't do that. So the Padres are in timeout with me.
I feel everything good.
But the biggest we got to talk about this.
Oh yeah, but hold on. Like I said, everything good on my end before we go.
Yeah. Before we talk about,
he didn't got his jokes off.
Yeah. How has life been on your side, man?
Shit, everything great, man. Like Project Jumping, recorded some new stuff. You heard some clips of it. Got some new stuff. I decided what I'm doing at the June's World 2. Just gonna go on I'm gonna just drop a bunch of singles. Just dropping like a bunch of singles and seeing see if something stick. I know one of them gonna stick because I got so much stuff that I'm like, you know what? I've been like in a real creative mood. Like my recording process has been stepped up since I don't know what happened. Like it don't take me long to record verses no more. Right. It don't take me as long as it normally did before to record a song. You know what I mean? And speaking of songs, this ain't got nothing to do with song, but it got a lot to do with song. I was at Costco's. Me and my mom was at Costco's the other day.
Right.
And they got Wagyu steak at Costco's.
You know what? We have a Costco's here. I have yet to go.
Dude, it was my first time going to Costco's. So my mom, she had a Sam's Club membership, but she canceled that. Said, so I'm getting Costco. We getting Costco. Like, all right, cool, whatever. Go to Costco. I've never seen Wagyu beef.
You've never seen Wagyu?
Never in person.
Boy, Wagyu is like the cream of the crop when it comes to the steak.
Know. Like
look, I follow because of you, my fellow man, because of you, my fellow foodie, Mr. Food Network himself. I have started following certain like food creators, content creators on YouTube, like guys that make steaks and everything else. There is a dude on YouTube that I follow. Let me see if I could pull his page up real quick.
And why you do that? Like, so it was $100. I think like $100 a pound or something like that. And I've seen Wagyu like in pictures and like in videos. The marbleization on that, the
marbling of those steaks is amazing.
It's unmatched. Like I've cooked. I've grilled up, seared up some New York strip steaks. I got some steaks in the freezer right now. But this, I've never seen this kind of marbleization in person. Like, bro, this, like I think like $80, something like $90. Like
Wagyu steak is prime real estate steak. Like it's prime rib steak. Like it's like I said, the cream of the crop steak. And the guy that I've been following, that I started watching to understand a little bit more of the meats, He goes by Max the Meat Guy on YouTube, and I started watching his stuff, and I understand. And I'm just like, bro, this is a different world when it comes to steaks. Like I've never seen that before.
Bro, $96.99 for a Wagyu steak.
Look at the marbleization on that thing. That's amazing.
No, that's insane.
That's just a single strip.
Single.
$96 for a single strip,
Bruh.
Yo,
I was like, bro, that was.
I know you was flabbergasted,
dude. I was like,
you would be befuddled,
dude. I wouldn't even want. My mom, like, you gonna get this? I can, but I'm not. I can't.
Like, I can, but I won't.
I couldn't justify myself. I wouldn't know how to act if I had a Wagyu.
I mean, I bet it would be delicious.
I bet it would.
This man right here talking about like, I don't know how I would act.
I wouldn't know how to act. I mean, like, I wouldn't even know how to. I'd be stuck. I would be talking smack for like at least a good 3 weeks.
Yeah, really?
I'd be bougie. I wouldn't even wear glasses. I have a monocle on my eye. I'd be with a top hat like yo.
This man right here would be turning into the Monopoly man if he has a Wagyu steak.
Look, I'd be, man. Look,
like who is this Tony that you are talking about? This isn't Tony. This is Sir Jones the Fourth. And I'm like, I'd be looking at you, be like, Tony, the heck's wrong with you? This is
I had a Wagyu steak, sir.
I had the Wagyu steak, and the steak was amazing, sir. Like, bro,
expeditious,
yes. That would be you. I'd be like, bro, over a steak, my guy? You don't understand. This steak.
Bougie too. He had a Wagyu. Come back, he come back with his hair flowing, beard all fluffy. Like, yo, hey man, what Jordan is it? What happened? I had a Wagyu steak today.
The Wagyu steak that made me man.
Came like a caveman, man. You came like a caveman. Like, what happened?
Instead of drinking a regular 12 ounce or a regular bottle of beer, I got the freaking
the keg.
Damn. Ripping out the keg. Made me a real man.
That's fucking hilarious. Man, yo, real quick, this is random as all hell. I was at breakfast on my mom's birthday. My aunt and uncle took her out for her birthday at this place called the Original Pancake House. Ooh. I had the sweet tea from there. We go there all the time. Like, we don't go there all the time, but me and my mom, we Waffle House people. But we go there. That's my aunt, uncle. That's they go.
Waffle House is upper echelon.
Look, Waffle House is dignified.
It's dignified.
It's dignified.
Waffle House has its own FEMA page.
See, he ain't joking.
I did not know that they have a FEMA page.
I don't even want to know why they have a FEMA page.
Basically, and we're going to get to this. We won't get to your sweet tea, but basically how it goes is FEMA bases the severity of any natural disaster, whether it be a hurricane or whatnot. We base it off if a Waffle House is closed. If the Waffle House is in the area is open, it's not that bad. But if it's to the point where Waffle House in the area has shut down, like closed, they know it was serious.
Damn. I don't think I ever seen a Waffle House closed ever.
I've seen it. I've seen a Waffle House closed one time, and it was I never thought I would see it.
Man, I ain't got no words, but like I said, the sweet tea from this spot was so damn sweet, bro.
How sweet was it,
dude?
How sweet was it?
I let it. It had a lot of ice in it. You know, when you got sweet tea and it's really sweet, let the ice dilute it.
Mm-hmm.
Still sweet. The ice had melted and it was still sweet. I got some to go. Ice still in this joint, right? Put in the fridge. Me and my mom, we go out, hit the mall, come back home, still sweet.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, this is the sweetest tea I ever had in my life.
They made it right.
Bro, that's the best. On a hot summer day,
Oh, that's the best tea you can have.
Sitting on the porch.
Come on,
Man,
man. Talk to me nice.
grilling.
Talk to me nice.
Man, grilling, man. Like, hey, that's a
Man,
good time.
you got your Wagyu steak on the grill. You sipping on your sweet tea.
Can you drink sweet tea with a Wagyu steak? You gotta have like a wine or something. Is that a good combination? I mean, you can drink what you want, but would cheese drink like a nice red wine?
Yeah. A Chardonnay, maybe.
I mean, I don't think you drink it with a Guinness. I don't think you drink it with a stout.
You could, maybe.
If it's a less than heavy,
It all depends on it all depends on the situation and what you want in life. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling like, yo, this Wagyu steak could go really well with this tall glass of Guinness, ice cold, just out the fridge. As soon as you crack it open, you see the little coming out the bottom. Yeah.
that's a good time right there.
That's a good time right there.
That's
But you know what's not a good time?
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
We're gonna talk. Okay, Ja Morant. We gotta talk about this. Last time we heard of Ja Morant, he had just gotten knocked out the playoffs by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yep.
And he said that he had learned his lesson, that he was improving, and that he was happy with the improvements he made. And if you are not privy, if you have been living under a rock, let us bring you up to speed.
Please do.
A few months ago.
What did he do?
2 months ago. Exact. Ja Morant was found on video camera at a nightclub in Denver, Colorado, after a game versus the Nuggets with a firearm in hand. He was given an 8-game suspension. And we thought that was sweet and dandy. Yesterday, Ja Morant, a video of him is seen floating around social media with him, with a couple of buddies, listening to some NBA YoungBoy, I believe. And he has a firearm in hand again. The Memphis Grizzlies have come out and put a statement saying that he has been suspended from all team activities. And Adrian Wojnarowski is now believing that there will be a lengthy suspension for Ja Morant.
I put it this way. I don't even think. Okay, let's backpedal.
Talk about it.
I feel in situations like this, I always get mad because I feel like people who got God-given talents like that, all you gotta do is dribble a ball up and down the court. That's all you gotta do. Is for some people that's very simple, but to play it on the elite level that he's playing and get paid millions of dollars to do it, you couldn't get me to do nothing stupid at all. Like keep all that foolishness away from me. I wasn't raised in that kind of situation. I don't want to. I'm a grown man. I don't even want to be involved in that. I don't even associate myself with that. Yes, I rap. I don't even involve myself with the people that do that kind of rap. I'm not even friends with them. I don't even want to be associated with. I don't care how cool you are. I mean, even if I got a mutual, you got mutual respect. People like, but they know he don't get down like I get down. Like so, right. I'm gonna see you when I see you. I like what you're doing. Keep it going. Proud of you. Cool. Same thing with you, man. Love what you're doing. Keep it like stay safe.
Right.
But don't bring that over here. They know better. But I'm like, the thing about it is, I can let you go on one time. All right, cool. Whatever, slip up, whatever. I think you got the strip club. Who cares? Strip club. Have a good time. Ain't nothing to link about that. You got a gun on you. Like this, like, dog, come on, chill. You got in trouble once, 8-game suspension, and I learned my lesson. Now, you back again, like Shannon said, like his boy saw him put the gun out. He took the phone down, but the same thing about it is like, bro, I said it on Twitter, I'm like, bro, you going to be playing basketball at LA Fitness and 24-hour fitness in a few years. You keep playing around. You going to be that guy. Oh, that's Ja Morant right there. He used to be in the NBA. You're going to be that used to be in the NBA. You're all playing overseas somewhere for crumbs. No disrespect. Like,
you're going to be playing in China.
Like, it's like,
not saying that he's going to be playing in China, but like if he keeps this up, it could happen.
Or not playing any, or be in jail, in prison. Like, it's like, it's only a matter of time if you surround yourself with those kind of people, you're going to start indulging in that lifestyle.
Right.
It's going to be your job, such and such going down. Let's ride. And if he's stupid as we think he is, he may go out and do whatever it is going to do. Like, it's like, I don't get people who don't have to do much to keep their head on straight. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you ain't got to do it. Why you want to be involved in this kind of lifestyle?
You know what I think it is?
Talk to me, is.
You know, okay, and when I texted you that we were going to be talking about this, I said there was an underlying issue to all of this.
Okay. And what's that underlying issue? Talk to me. I'm intrigued.
You ever heard the cliche saying birds of a feather flock together?
Yes, I've heard it all the time.
Okay. So let me break down several of the Ja Morant situations, because I'm just now getting privy. Like I was listening to the Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless having this discussion here. They were talking about this exact situation. I was actually listening to it today. And Skip Bayless brought up multiple situations. You had Ja Morant and 8 or 9 of his buddies go to a finish line that his mom was at.
I remember that.
She called him on the phone saying that there was an employee that was giving her a hard time. He ends up chasing the kid to an office. The kid locks himself in the office, and for like 30 minutes, mall security tells him that they can't be doing this, they got to go, and he acts up there. You have an incident where one of his buddies is actually at the game when they're playing the Indiana Pacers. His buddy is getting into it with the Indiana Pacers to the point where he got on the floor to deal with them, got escorted out of the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from what reports were saying, after the game, when the Indiana Pacers, when the team is actually getting ready to load up on the bus so they can leave, supposedly there was red lasers flashing around on their heads and on their chests, you know, and you would think that's like, we all know what that could mean.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have this incident. There was another incident where his mom called him on the phone again about another incident, and he came again with like 8 or 9 of his buddies. And then you have the Denver nightclub incident, and then you have this one. There's two things that I see with all this.
What you see, man?
One, this is where the birds of a feather flock together cliche saying comes around. I think Ja Morant needs to take a real big inventory. He needs to take a real inventory on like who he's hanging around with.
I got something. Go ahead. I got something. I got a good piggyback off of this. Go ahead.
Okay. I really believe the people he's hanging around with. And Shannon Sharpe actually brought this point up. Shannon Sharpe brought this point where he had people he has friends out here in Georgia. You know, he's from this area. He's from this area. There are people that know him, right? That have go like, oh, you go to Savannah State, and like, yeah, man, I go to Savannah State, and do you know Shannon Sharpe? Yeah, I know Shannon Sharpe, dude. Call him. No, I don't gotta call him because I know the guy. I don't gotta impress you with the fact that I know Shannon Sharpe.
Facts.
I don't gotta impress you with the fact that I know this guy. The thing is, and Shannon Sharpe brought this up, it's like, look, my people don't need to impress anybody with the fact that they know who I am. They know me, they keep it pushing. That's it.
Yep.
But with this situation, Ja Morant's buddies, whenever he's hanging around them, they go on IG Live and they're posting about it. But not only is they're posting about it, but this stuff pops up.
And my thing is this. I'm in a situation where I know people. I had a buddy of mine. He's like, yo, if nobody believes you that I know I met a couple of dope people through the Blur community. I know a well-known comedian. Like Super, no, he's connected to another comedian. Like I got his number. Like yo, hit my number, call me because he's like hit me up because he's been on our podcast a few times. Blur Spot, and so it's like I know him, and I got another buddy that who's the actor. He like yo, nobody believes that you know me. Call me. I'm like I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna do that because I don't give a damn if nobody believes I know you, and vice versa. Like I do music, and if Izzy got my number, we get like, yo, you know, June, like that's my brother, that's my boy.
Yeah, I've
Oh, like
boy. What you
you
talking
don't
about?
have to prove anything to anybody,
Facts.
and yeah, you can like, you feel what I'm saying. But I feel like with John Morant, his situation is because they say he didn't grow up like this. He's a good kid. He went to this school. He went to
Probably middle class.
so good background. So I say this because we see how it is when people get a little bit of freedom. You know what I mean? It's like you go off to college and you not under the thumb of your parents. You could do if your parents were stern, real strict, wouldn't let you go out, really wouldn't do. Now you're out of state. You're going to goddamn Florida State or Ohio State or Penn State or
you're pretty much you're free to roam around.
Yeah, you're under the feet from under the thumb of your parents. Oh, I'm going to school in New York. I'm going to school. And oh my gosh, I'm at this school. My parents ain't here. I can do whatever I want. I can be free.
Of
course, your parents know what you're gonna be doing out there, but still, they would think, okay, my child is smart enough not to be stupid.
Right.
And I feel like with Ja, he was one of those guys where his parents are probably strict. He always wanted to be a part of that lifestyle, but he couldn't do it.
Right.
It's kind of like saying, or he wanted to be around those kind of people. They're like, yo, get out of here, man. You ain't one of us, man. Get out of here, man. You one of the good kids, man. Go play ball, get from around us. We don't want, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now he's around those people who want the people that's in the hood and they want to be connected to you because you got the money. Like you could fund whatever activities they want you to fund. All right, cool. I front you this, I front you that. But you got to say, I'm with it. You know what I mean? So you're like, yo, I couldn't do this as a kid. And now I'm, why?
Right.
It's like when rappers become gang members after they become famous. Like, bruh, why would you connect yourself with criminal activity? Like, dude, you got the whole world in front of you. If you want to be in the street, you want to be fighting, you want to be this, people want to, I don't get that part.
Matter of fact, there's a video, we were just watching this, like not even before we even started recording this. There's a video floating around on Twitter. This guy by the name of Brick Baby.
Sound like a bad dude.
Sound like yeah. There's a video of him. And he gets asked the question, what do you think about John Morant throwing up Crip? And he says it right there, like, he says it like, he asked the question, like, who put you on? Like, he basically says, like, bro, who put you on? He's like, are you sure you want to live this life? Like it looked like you trying to be a part of something with this. So you know what? Yo, tell his people to set up an interview, to set up a meeting with me. I bet you he won't show up. And this is on the friendly tip. And he basically says, look, like you probably, like you ain't done nothing wrong. You ain't messed your life up. You might probably smoked a little weed here and there and that's it, but you ain't messed your life up to like what we got to deal with.
Right.
I guarantee you, if you were to deal with the things that we deal with on a daily basis, you'd be scared.
Look, I'm gonna cut you off. Like I wouldn't want to be in that. I wouldn't want to look,
bro. Like I've seen it. I've seen what that's about. Granted, like I can't say that it's like from what I've seen. Granted, this was like high school or whatever, maybe a little bit after, but like from what I've seen, maybe a little bit more tame. It was maybe tame here than what it is actually in, let's say, Compton, or actually in downtown Memphis, or in New York, where it actually gets active.
Yeah. Cause we
But
know
like,
cats when we went to school, cats weren't active. Like they
yeah, they weren't. They were. They
but
were like. They were part. They were a part of something, but like they weren't as active as like if you were out in L.A. in
yeah,
Compton, if you were in New York, if you were in Miami, in downtown Atlanta, if you were in like the where they call where the actual trenches are at.
yeah, and I feel like I said, I've been like even when I was in school, I had like I knew we all know
Yeah,
people like
we all
that.
know.
And teachers be like, why you hang with those guys? Me, I was the kind of person where I saw the good in people.
Same
I
thing
saw
here.
the good in
Matter of
people.
fact, quick story. Quick story. And I've told you this story prior. I was in high school. I was hanging around with some people. Like to me, like June, we're probably the same type of person that we hung around with pretty much everybody in school.
Of course.
Okay, we pretty much talked to everybody from the jocks to the geeks to the nerds, the gang members. Like we were cool with everybody. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right. So early morning, I'm walking around. I see a couple of the homies. You know, they shooting dice against the wall, and I notice an administrator walking up the way. I'm like, "Hey, bro, teacher right there." And they're like, "What? Oh, shoot!" So they gather the dice. Hey, man, good luck out. Like, no problem, bro. And then the administrator that was walking up sees me. Hey, Jordan, come here. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, hey, man. He literally his question was, this is what he asked me. He's like, what are you doing hanging out with these guys? What are you doing hanging out with them? You know what they're about. And I'm like, like, why are you hanging out with them? And I was like, I know what they're about. I know who they are, but I'm not going to do what they're doing. Like, I know that already.
Yeah.
I know who they are, but I'm not going to put myself in the position that they're in. That's not me.
Same. Like I knew a few, you know what I mean? But like same like why you like because for me, I met majority of those guys through music. Everybody was rappers back then. I don't know what
Facts.
they're doing now, but like if you rap, you was cool in my book. Like I know how you get down. I'm not getting down like that. You know what I mean? But like it was like to the point, like you know what that means, right? You know what they're doing, right? You know what that stuff means, right? Y'all know what it means. I'm not
Yeah.
stupid. I mean, like I get it. I'm not involved in it. You know what I mean? But
I'm not going to put myself in a position that I could hurt myself in.
first of all, I wouldn't. If my mama found I was doing that kind of stuff, I wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be here with y'all right now. Let's just put it that way. I
Facts.
know my mama. I wouldn't be here right now. That's all I can freaking say. But
Facts. Let my mama find out that I try to get involved with something like that. Do you think who would I be scared more of, them or my mama?
man, look,
My mama would put the fear of God in me to the point where I'm like, you know what? Never mind.
I'd rather fight my dad than deal with my mom. But you wanna know, so
No.
scary about fighting? You wanna know what's so scary about fighting my dad?
What?
My dad's dead. Let that sink in. My dad passed away. I'd rather fight him than deal with my mama back in the day. Let that really sink in, because that's what I'm gonna be with if I got caught up in that kind of stuff. Yes, I went there. Yes, yes, I did. I tell that story all the time. Like I say, yo,
I can't with you.
like I say, yo, I be like, I told T like, yo, I'm gonna deal with them. I'm gonna end it with my dad. Oh, where your dad at? Buried at the cemetery. Tony, this guy, just go. Like, what? You want me to end up with him? Like, I ain't trying to get deal with that. No. Screw that.
I don't want to ever I'm not trying to fight my daddy.
I seen his dad. His dad a big dude.
He former military too. No, not doing that.
Hit you in the side of the neck, your whole side lock up on you.
Literally.
Like,
all it take is his pinky finger.
I done locked up.
But in all retrospect,
no, hold on. Let me get to my point. Like, I feel like he's one of those guys, to be serious. I feel like he's one of those guys that was so sheltered. Now he could be around that because I don't know. I feel like they approach you like, yo, if you ever need some protection, you never need this, we got you, type stuff. Like, and he like, oh, for real? I can be down. You know what I'm saying? Kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm pretty sure people like they know who they can approach, they know who they can try, and he one of them. Like,
yeah,
no,
my this is my thing. He's 23 years old. He just signed a contract extension. He's supposed to be getting up to like 200 and what, 30 mil starting this upcoming year. And then on top of this, if Adrian Wojnarowski is speaking it correctly, that they're expecting him to get a lengthy suspension. And by lengthy, we're talking double-digit games, possibly without pay. I don't know.
When you say lengthy suspend, do you think he gets suspended for a whole season?
Okay. I don't know how long they're going, but put it like this. The NBA is a private entity. And if they like any job, they have certain rules that you need to abide by. One of the rules is whether it's the home arena, the team bus, the team plane, the team practice facility, or whether you're traveling to another team's facility, there's no firearms allowed, period. None. That's like me working with Geek Squad. Even though I'm riding in a van to and from a client's house, from one client's house to another, even though I'm traveling in a van, if I had a firearm, let's say I brought it with me in my car. One, I can't have that in the car on the property's premises for any reason, because that's a private entity. That's private property. Right. That van is private property. If I'm in the van and I have a firearm on me, and let's say I bend down to pick something up and my firearm shows, that's it.
And I think a lot of people
that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like the NBA is a business. Yes, it's a sports league, but it is a business. Ja Morant is being made as one of the faces, the new younger faces of this league.
But see what you just said, the young faces, and he ain't like a Curry. He ain't like it's like he ain't
he's gonna get there.
But the point I'm making is, Curry wasn't Curry when he first got to the league. He just got popular not too long ago. Curry wasn't Curry when he first got into the league. What am I checking for Curry? What am I checking for Golden State?
He came around after the We Believe Warriors. Like he was getting there.
But he wasn't as popular.
I get what you're saying though.
But the point I'm making is, like, Ja Morant he's already popular. He can dunk like crazy. He can do all these amazing things, and he's very, very, hitting the gritty, having a good time.
Boy, cool. Can we go ahead and say that he's got one of the cleanest gritties we've ever seen?
I mean, next to Jefferson, him and Jefferson got some pretty good,
and Jamar Chase too.
They got some good gritties, but I'm saying this to say, you're not the level of popularity that they. Man, LeBron is a different entity. He's a different machine. But LeBron is
a different.
He was famous before he was famous. Let that sink in,
bruh. Lower Marion High School, coming out at 18. This man was just a phenomenon waiting to happen.
And LeBron. The level of popularity, I don't think nobody's going to popularity going to be reached in basketball, LeBron. But I'm saying with Ja, it's one of them things where you're hot right now. You're cooling down. You're blowing it because you want to be in the streets. You want to be a gangbang. You want to be all these things that you know that you're probably not. Even like Shannon said, you're not a thug. Stephen A. Smith said, even real gangbangers saying you're not a real thug.
Bro, when you have real gangbangers coming out the woodwork and they're saying to you, stop, when they're saying, bro, let's meet up and talk and let's see what, and so I can talk to you. When you have that coming around, bro, to me that's That's saying to me right there, you're not. No, you're not.
Come on. And
You
Josh 24.
you are about to mess up something really big for yourself.
And Josh 23, right?
He's 23.
And I don't know the guy, but the guy who they want to meet, he probably not that old himself.
Right.
For somebody in the same age range as you saying, yo, let me talk to you, says like, bro, you really don't want no part of this. And I feel like Ja is the kind of person like, oh, you said I'm not gonna meet you, I'm gonna meet you because you say I ain't gonna do it. I feel like he got that kind of personality, like, yo, I'm gonna meet you, let's go, let's meet up. I really think you don't want to do this. I feel like,
and the thing is, this guy said this is on the friendly tip.
What? But that's the thing. What is his definition of friendly? Think about it. Like, what is his definition of friendly?
I get believe me, I get it. I understand where you're coming from too. This is the thing that I'm just like.
Talk to me, man.
See, with Ja, this is the second time this type of situation has popped off.
Yes, it has.
It's the second time this type of situation has popped off, right?
Mm-hmm.
This time around, it's with his friends. He's with his friends, IG Live. His friends doing this, flips the camera over, sees Ja, and then tries to hide it. But everybody caught that shot already.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is this. Ja said from the last time that he had learned from his lesson and he was going to do what it took to get better on and off the court. The league gave him the opportunity to self-course correct. But now this happens. And now the league is going to have to step in. There's going to have to be a point. And let me go back to the statement as well. I said this earlier. There was a situation where one of his buddies had gotten involved with the Indiana Pacers in their bench to the point where he had to get escorted out of the arena and he was banned from the arena for the rest of the season.
Right.
See, Ja is going to learn a very valuable lesson in this, and I hope he takes heed to this information, takes heed to this lesson. He needs to be very careful of who he hangs around with and who he's allowing in his circle. Because the situation is, he's 23 years old. He's 4 years into the NBA. He's about to have this contract extension start. This contract extension is about to activate this upcoming year. He's going to be making over $200 million.
Yeah.
This is the situation. If he doesn't, and I don't know him, but if he does not course correct to the point where he's taking into account who he's allowing into his circle, there's going to come a point where that circle is going to have the wrong person in it, and that wrong person is going to put him in a situation where the wrong person is going to meet him at the right time.
Oh, say that last part again. Say that last part again.
Ja Morant, if he doesn't course correct, and if he doesn't really take inventory of the circle that he has right now, there's going to come a point where he's going to get involved in a situation where the wrong person is going to be there at the right time.
And look at
there is no it's just a misunderstanding. There's nothing like that in this type of situation. Let it be the wrong person at the right time.
And let me tell you something. Let me break it down. Like
it's not going to end well for him.
It's kind of like when some get heated. It's like if everybody out and you see one of your boys get hot, you see it's going there, and you automatically go into, that's my boy. I gotta see. You see two dudes standing, like you gonna get up. You gonna like, yo, you may not even be that kind of person, but yo, I gotta stand up for him. I gotta stand with my boy.
I'm more along the lines of like I'm gonna hold him back from doing something stupid.
It's like, but if you click and you don't go in there, the mother, you go like, yo, let me try to defuse this. But you see your boy getting out and he sees going there, like you like, oh, it's gonna go there. What we gonna do? Like, oh snap, this what it is. It's a fight or flight situation, and we may have to fight. Let's throw down. But in Ja, he may not fight. I feel like he's welcoming all that energy. Like, yo, I think he wants it to go there. Like, I feel like it's that kind of.
Hope he's not.
But here it goes. I feel like people are saying like, yo, you soft, you ain't no gangster, you a goody good, you this guy. And I feel like it's beating them up, but like, yo, he don't want to be labeled as, I'm not excuse my language, he don't be labeled as a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know,
matter of fact, Shannon Sharp said the same as that thing. He's like, look, you could post something online, right, and get like 25,000 people, and they're like, oh man, this is so cool, man, you did amazing, bro, this is so crazy, that dunk you did is great. But there's always going to be that one comment, that one negative comment that's going to catch you off guard, and you're going to be on that one. And if what you're saying is correct, if I'm following what you're saying, there's always going to be that one negative one that he's going to harp on, right?
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case.
I feel like he one of those guys, like he just want to get gangster. He want to get tested. He want to be, how we say, battle tested. He want to get put himself.
He can be battle tested in many ways. This is not one of them.
I think I could be wrong, but he looks like he wants that, because like, why would you keep trying? Like, it's like
you are a future generational star in the NBA. Why would you want to throw that away?
Because you know how the male ego is. Some dudes' egos are fragile. Some dude like, yo,
he's doing something that like.
Hold on, wait a minute. You know how hard it is for some dudes to get called a bitch? Like, man, you a bitch. I ain't no bitch, man. I'll fight anybody, dog.
I see where you're going with this.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
I get what you're saying, but like.
But then it's like you keep hearing that. Like, he called me a dog. You can't fight you can't keep fighting everybody who calls you that. Nah, then you already got this.
He's already in that headspace.
You already in there, like, you hear so much. And when the time you get a challenge that you like, I'm sick of it. I'm not gonna keep people trying me. Now, a situation you can just walk away from. You either gonna fight or go to the car and use said weapon. And now all of it's gone, because you couldn't control your anger, and you let your ego get the best of you. Like, did you really win? Like, all you can say, I ain't no bitch though. I mean,
but did you win?
No, it's like you didn't win anything, but like, in your mind you feel justified in what you did.
Right. It's one of those. This is a situation right now that is going to go either one or two ways.
We already know it's going to go, and I hope we're wrong, but we already know it's going to go.
Okay. It's going to go one or two ways. Either option A, he's going to get suspended for a while, and it's going to give him time to get his head straight, get his priorities in line. He's going to turn it around, and he's not going to do anything stupid anymore. Focus on his career and become like that generational superstar that the Memphis Grizzlies know he can be. Or okay. B,
all right.
Or B, gets suspended, comes back, doesn't learn his lesson, ultimately ends up out the league. And
you know what? I would say this. In the NBA season, 82 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just rock with me real quick. So he gets it, let's say, I would say suspended for a whole season without pay. I don't know.
That's a possibility.
And I don't know what kind of other ventures he had outside of the accumulate income revenue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I think brands have even parted ways with him right now, whatever the case may be. So I don't really know where, and I don't know how he saved his money. I don't know what his money looking like.
Right.
But if he's suspended for a season, I think that would even do more damage than good because if you suspended for a season, now he has a reason to be out in the street. Like, I need money. Now I got to get it somewhere. I got to do something. So it's like,
if he's suspended, and this is just me, if he gets suspended, right, for
right.
X amount of for like, let's say he gets suspended for, let's say he gets suspended for like at least,
give me 50.
So like a Deshaun Watson-esque type of like suspension where he's suspended for like more than half the season.
Yes, pretty much because like it gotta be it gotta be one of them things like
okay, so 50 games. 50. So he suspended 50 games.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So he suspended 50 games. I don't think the league is just gonna let him float around while he's suspended like that.
Right.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna have him. The Grizzlies in the league, they're gonna have something for him to do. Like
right.
he's gonna have to enter rehab. He's gonna have to do something to like show that he's working on getting better. That he's working on improving his situation. That he's working on X, Y, and Z.
Right. And the
they're
reason
not just allow. They're not just gonna allow him to float around and do what he pleases.
Right. And
because if that happens, if they suspend him for 50 games, right? And then he starts floating around and he starts doing whatever, he could jeopardize himself even more and jeopardize the brand even more. So they're going to try and do whatever it can. They're going to do whatever they can to keep him contained, but get him the help that he needs.
And I'm going to piggyback off that. And like I say 50 because it hurts more when you're losing money. I put it this way: it sounds like it's your senior year, right, in high school, right?
Yeah.
Your parents finally get you a car for your sweet 16, yada yada. You get a car, right? And say you do something stupid, right? And your parents take your car away from you. You're like, now get yourself to school. Now you got to catch the bus to school. Now you got to get yourself. Now you got to learn bus schedules. You got to learn. All right, and you better not be late for school either. So now you juggling. Okay, I'm gonna get to school. I got to get there and back, and I got to get to work on top of that. If you're working, so like now you're enabled. No, you're disabled because one, you don't have your car anymore. They took it away from you. It was like, or your parents say, yo, until you get your grades back up, then you're gonna get your car back. Now you gotta get your grades right. Focus on getting on school on time. And now it's like, yo. And when you get that car back, you appreciate it more because you didn't realize how much you needed because before your parents would drop you off at school. And they would take you, you was like they was getting you to work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's one of the things like you're relying on yourself. You got to get yourself up every morning to get to school. You got to keep, you know, and now it's like, all right, it ain't easy for you no more. So with him, it's like, yo, you're losing. That's the one thing anybody on God's green earth hate is losing money. To miss out on some money that you caused, like, and now you know it's your fault that you don't have because you wanted to do something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's your fault that you can't feed your family. It's your fault that you that nice house that you got, you can't afford to. You ain't got no revenue coming in because
Right.
we're not paying you. Figure it out. And you suspended for 50. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm. If I heard Stephen A. Smith correctly, I think in the 8 games that he was suspended, he lost out on about $600,000.
And he got that all back. He played 8 more games. He got that all back.
But guess what?
What's up?
We're not talking just 8 games. We're hypothetically, we're talking 50. What happens if he's suspended the entire season?
That would hurt. That's like. I would rather.
Now, I don't think it's going to be that extreme to where like.
It should be.
You think you should?
Yes. Dude,
This,
like, what they're gonna give him 10 games? Like, dude,
no. The reason
why 8 games, why give him like 20? Give him 50.
No. Okay. I'm not saying, okay, look, I know there are people online saying that he should get suspended the entire season. I don't think it's going to get that far. Look, Adam Silver was hella lenient to give him just 8 games. He could have gave him 16, but he gave him 8. This time around, I think max you're looking at 50. If he gets the book thrown at him and he's suspended the entire season, then we know that they're not playing around.
Okay, so before we get out of here, we can both agree on 50 games is good. That's solid.
Oh yeah.
So okay, and I can agree, and I can go with you on this. We can agree that a season is extreme.
It would have to be like, it would have to have been like something of like it would have to have like, if the video had shown Ja like discharging the weapon, then yes, a season suspension, let it happen. But this video shows him with the firearm in hand. Again, 2 months after said the first time that happened.
But
the
see,
first one happened in Denver.
That's my issue. You get in trouble for the same thing. It's like I said, like it's been like it goes back to your parents. You get in trouble for the same thing. Your parents keep telling you. I put you on. I ground you for a week. All right, cool. Then you do the same stupid thing again. A month. Then I ain't gonna suspend you for a year, but you're gonna get that month. That means like you can't do this, you can't go to this party, you can't go to that function, you can't do this, can't do that. You're grounded for a month. If you ain't learn your lesson, then I really don't know what else to do.
But here's the thing, though, like you get what if it's a situation where a person gets grounded so much that they're used to it? What else can you do?
That's a good question.
And this is a situation with Ja. He got suspended 8 games already for this one situation with the nightclub. It's with the nightclub in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Now, per like until the NBA does their full investigation and they determine if this video is legit or not. And by the way, it looks like it's legit. There's no way. I don't think there's a way that you could doctor a video. You could doctor a handgun in somebody's hands during an Instagram live. I don't think it's possible. Could be, but I don't think it is.
Yep.
But
I feel like before we get out here, like the whole job thing is like, you couldn't pay me enough to screw up like this.
Bro, if you have a 5-year deal and they're telling you we're going to pay you $230 million for the entire deal, the only thing you got to do is just keep your nose clean. Don't touch firearms. Don't do this. Don't do that.
You ain't got to tell me that. All I can soon as I say, I'm like, yo, I don't even hang with people that get down like that. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I don't do stupid stuff anyway. So even if you do that, you're all right. I can't do this no more. I ain't about keeping it. You don't come to the hood, no. You damn right. I'm not coming over there to see y'all.
Exactly.
I'm not. No, I know what goes on over there. I'm staying. Don't come. Matter of fact, I'm not even coming back to the city. If I do, I'm coming to see whoever and going my black ass home because I know what y'all fools do. I don't want to be a part of it. Until you get y'all stuff together, then I may think about it. I am not doing it. And I've seen Ja Morant's picture when he was a kid. He don't look like that kind of person. He doesn't look like. So to sit here and try to portray whatever you're trying to portray, it's not cool. It's not cool. But Izzy, send us home, bro. Send us home, man. Send us home.
All right, man. Very serious conversation. Very serious.
I think we got out of character on this episode.
Yeah, you know what? Though, it had to be said. This right here. This conversation had to happen because there's a lot of underlying issues that go along with it. Like, there's a lot of underlying factors that you have to really take into account when it comes to this type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, though, man, look, this is episode 17.
Dang, we 17 in?
17 in.
Oh shit, we almost 20. What we gonna do at the 20th episode? We gotta drink a cold one on the show, man. I know we do these early, but we gotta do a night episode. When we hit episode 20. No, episode 20 gonna drink a beer on the show because 21 you gotta be 21 to drink, so we're gonna drink a beer on the 21st episode.
21st episode, 20. Okay, I like the idea. So episode 21, we cracking a cold one to celebrate that. But hey, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, and you know who it is? Your boy Junes'88. Your boy Izzyphantasmo. That Seattle Kraken hacking, baby. Game 7 tonight. Let's go, Kraken. We moving on to the Western Conference Finals.
We gonna see, man. I'm pulling for my Stars in this. I hope the Stars can do something. They did something last year. I hope they can redeem themselves. But like always, thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next week. Peace.